What's up? We're back. It's been a while and we're here with a pretty basic setup today because a lot of my stuff is all over the place in boxes, so I'm gonna have to hold the mic, but we do have a nice cheap Amazon ring light which makes me look a bit nicer. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, there is a Discord server that I made 3 years ago. 2 of those years, that Discord server has been completely inactive. But this year, things are going to change and we're going to build this community back up. So if you want to join that Discord, I'm going to leave the link to that in the description. So last week, I made a sample for you guys, and over the weekend, in 48 hours, you guys in the Discord server flipped that sample. And today, we're going to go through all of those demos live in this video. I've never heard any of these demos before, and we're going to do some judging. Now, the winners aren't going to be crowned in this video. They're going to be crowned over on my Instagram in the next week or so when I've had time to kind of sit with it. But there will be 3 winners. Without any further ado, let's get into it and let's get listening. Okay, so before we dive into all of the submissions, I want to show you guys what the sample was that all of the producers in the Discord server have used to make their remix. So as you can hear, it's very eerie, so let's dive into the submissions. Alright, so first up, we've got Fern or Fern. Let's see what we got. Alright, we're going garagey. It's a nice use of the sample. Yeah, nice chopping of the sample. Sounds great, man. I'm very gassed that you took this into a UKG direction because I'm really getting down with that sort of stuff at the minute. I love how you kept in the original sample and kind of built up on that. I think that's really crucial in a remix like this if you're going to be chopping up stuff in the drop. But overall, great remix, man. Okay, next up, we've got PT Westage, and it doesn't exist. Alright, next up, guys, we've got Seph's sample flip. Let's give it a listen. Alright, we've got a vocal. Yeah, man. We're going full electro funk vibes on this one. Absolutely loving that one. Anything electro funk, you guys know I love. So I kind of like the use of the vocal in this one as well, which is something that I was not sure if you guys were going to incorporate in your remixes, but I like that some of you have. I like how it's also chopped up in the drop. Really cool use of sounds. Sounds pretty full to me as well, mix down wise. I think it could be a bit louder on the mastering side, but overall, really cool remix there from Seph. Okay, guys. Next up, we've got a remix from Niro. Here we go. And this one's actually called Magnetic Poles. I think on this one, the 2-step vibe again seems to be working well with this BPM and the chords, which is cool to see. The only thing for me on this one is everything up until the drop seems pretty much in key, but there's a couple notes and chords on the drop that we've got on here that sound a little bit atonal and a little bit out of key. So I'd just look into that and maybe like hint those drums or something else a little bit more in the build, so we can, as the audience, prepare for the drop to come. Alright guys, this time we've got a custom artwork from Floor. So let's go. Also, Tech Niro commented on this one. That's what we love to see. We want to see people chatting to each other in the Discord and supporting each other's remixes. So let's go. Okay, we're building. Don't know where we're going to go. Let's find out. Okay. We're going like full in on that Don Diablo like future housey vibe. This is like the club remix, you know, this is the festival remix. I love what you've done on this one, man. I think everything sounds pretty great to me. It's really interesting to see everyone's choice on how they use the sample. For in this case, the sample is kind of as it was and builds up throughout, and then into Floor's own drop. Dope remix there from Floor. Next up, guys, we've got Yoku. Let's give it a listen. Alright, we've switched key this time. Okay, we're going pretty techno-y with this one. It's dark. This is like the after hours edit of Magnetic. I love it. Yet again, another direction. I was really expecting there to just be like a flood of future house remixes. You guys have really just done your own thing with it, which I'm really impressed with. In this one, I especially love that bass sound on the drop. I just wish there was a little bit more sub in there. It almost feels like the bass sound you have now is in the correct octave, but the sub maybe needs to be the octave lower. You could also use like an 808 or something for that, just to make sure that it comes through nicely on a club system. Okie dokie. We've got Alex Moretto's remix now, and it's actually been renamed to Dopamine Hit. Let's give it a listen. Some days everything is against me. Okay, we got a full-on vocal this time. I try to let it go. Some days I feel like the world is ending. Don't wanna hit these lows. I'm interested to know whether this is your vocal or not, Alex, if you're watching this. Take it slow. I try to let it go. Some days I feel like the world is ending. Songwriting wise, I'm really impressed with this one so far. I love how you brought back in the chords and the vocal for the second half of the drop on this one. It just feels right arrangement wise, and I was kind of subconsciously expecting that to come back in. This feels like the pop dance remix. So far we've got the club techno remix, after hours remix, the pop house remix. We've got 2 UKG remixes. I'm curious to see if anyone else does another UKG remix, and 1 electro funk remix. Alright guys, moving on. We've got one from Miro. So yeah, let's give it a listen. This is Miro's Flip. It's a dark one. It's given me 2000s trip hoppy vibes so far. It's a really dark one, this one, and it's kind of like the drums especially are giving me that burial kind of vibe with all the grainy textures and the, I don't even know what you call it, but let's just call it grainy textures. Loving the vocal in there as well. It's a really nice addition. Keeps it's giving me like a little bit of a Radiohead vibe. I think that the build-up could do with a little bit of work just to blend those two sections so the listeners can kind of hear that there's a drop coming, or so I'd work on just blending those two sections, and that's a really solid track, man. Okay guys, next up we've got Luca Polo's remix.
Ever since we met, I'm counting down the days till we meet again. I waste away, and I don't know what to do. It's true, I'm blue when I'm without you.
Okay, I don't know where this one's gonna go, but I'm liking the sound of it. Hell yeah, man. This is sick. Ah, you added in the sample. I used to use that ages ago back in the duck sauce days. The call and response on this is really, really good. The production is really, really good. The vocal choice is really, really good. Really, really strong flip here from Luca Polo. Also, who is this guy? He has 1 follower and 1 song out. Luca Polo, reveal yourself. Only little bit of feedback on this one would to be hear a little bit more sub bass in the drop, because I feel like on the first part there maybe isn't even a bass there, just on those chords that could really fill out that bottom end and just help it slap in a club. Really, really sick remix, man. Big ups Luca Polo. Alright, we're moving on to NXwise flip now. Okay, so I'm liking the drums on this one. It's only 30 seconds long, but the main thing for me on this is that the samples, like the vocal and the other little cuts that you've got going on, aren't in key with the original sample. So I'd just see if you can fix that up. And once you've developed it out longer than 30 seconds, that could be a cool idea. Okie dokie, we're moving on to Don Ho or Don Howe's remix. Apologies for the pronunciation of some of your guys' names. Please correct me in the comments if I'm getting it wrong. I'm trying my best. Okay. Let's run it back. This is really, really dope, man. Got like a proper French touch vibe to it. It's got that justice energy. It's angry. It's cool. I love the cuts that you've got in there. Also a very unexpected drop, but in a nice way. And also really good use of the sample. I'm impressed, bro. I'm impressed. Let's listen a bit forwards. It's got that Madian vibe to it. Sounds like Icarus. Alright, we got a second drop as well. That's really good, man. Don Howe's got the chops, bro. I'm telling you. John Howe's got the chops. Tungsten Shar. Loving the drums. We've gone down that atmospheric direction again. We've got a couple of atmospheric remixes so far, which is nice to see. With this one, I'm loving the drums. I just feel there's a couple of elements that are maybe not in key with the sample. It is quite a difficult sample to work with. It modulates keys quite a few times. But overall, pretty cool remix, man. That's Uber Eats ringing me. They stole £60 from me. Uber Eats, if you're listening to this, give me my £60 back. Okay, next up, we've got In Hands. Some trippy bell sounds, nice. Also, guys, In Hands' mum loves this one, so big up In Hands' mum. Drums are hard. Sounds like the drums from Boom by Tiesto. Love the quirky synth sounds going on. I feel like it's maybe missing something in the bass frequencies, just like a sub, an 808 or a bass line. That would be my only feedback for this one. Alrighty, this time we've got Zaba or Zaba, Complicated feat. Selena. We've actually got a feature on this one, guys. First of the competition so far. Okay, I'm just reading the description. The vocalist is super talented, and we had the look for writing and recording this in the voice chat. That is what the Ellis Discord is about, guys. That's what we like to see.
And now I'm drowning now. But you didn't have to do me dirty. Maybe it's time you changed. Maybe the world's too complicated. We didn't want to change. But you didn't have to do me dirty. Maybe it's time you change.
Production's really solid on this one. Mixdown's fantastic. Pretty well mastered too. Absolutely love the vocal too. Can't believe you guys did that in the Discord server. Big ups. Only note on this one is that I can't really hear the sample in it. Maybe it's in there somewhere, but chordally and harmonically I just can't hear the sample being used as much. It kind of feels a little bit more like an original track, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, you guys should put this one out for sure. Next up, we've got Falon Sulop. I'm loving the use of the melody in the drop. Kind of, it feels a little bit chopped up, which is nice. Yeah, man, this is great. I think it's, again, we've got another Future House remix. This one kind of fits in that festival space again. I'm really liking how you kept the essence of the sample there. Kind of everything flows naturally, which is what we like to hear. My only comment on this one is there in the build when that synth holds out that note and the strings still change behind it. It feels like it kind of rubs harmonically a little bit, but dope work though. This is Luno's sample flip of Magnetic. Okay, where's this one going? Badadan, badadan, badadan. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so I wasn't expecting that drop. I was expecting some like filthy chase and status drop. But we went into some super cool future bassy type thing. I'm with it. We haven't had a future bass remix yet, so this time we have Mahar. Apologies if that is mispronounced, brother. That is sick. Okay, let's run that back. Yeah, man, this is really cool. That kind of descending synth at the start of the drop. It sounds like 2 saw waves or something distorted together, but the sound design's really cool. One other thing that I think people that will go under the radar is the fact that you've halved the chord progression, which I think is also really cool, and no one's done that yet. And it's UKG. Okay, let's go. This is really sick. Don't know what else to say. Really sick work. Just wish it was longer. Okay, I think this is one of the last ones. This is Lu6's remix. Sounds like we're potentially going into drum and bass territory, guys. Giving me Mackie G vibes. If you guys don't know who Mackie G is, he's like one of the OG jump up producers. Much darker remix this time. I think the only thing with this one is it feels like the drop and the original sample in the break are 2 separate songs. They're in different keys, which also kind of works for jump up drum and bass. But I feel like this could be, the drop itself could be an original on its own. Okay, next up we've got Sid. But Sid, you were an hour and a half late. But you know what? I'm going to allow it because I'm a nice person. We've all got jobs, we've all got school, we've all got studies. Got some like half-time electro funk thing going on, which is really cool. Big up Sid, I'm impressed. I love the groove. The pocket is really cool in this. It grooves really nicely. My head's just like, you know. I think the bass fills are also really cool. I think some of the notes are potentially out of key, but it still works. Stutter King. Stutter. Another great remix there. We've got one more here. This is a super late submission, so unfortunately I can't accept it, but let's give it a listen anyway. Really cool. We'll definitely finish this. I think the sound design's really nice. The synth sounds like super wide, especially in these headphones. It sounds pretty well mixed as well. I'd be curious to hear a final version. Okay, that was fun. I wasn't expecting there to be such a large amount of high quality music. I'm really impressed. I'm gonna have to kind of sit with these for a bit and mull over them, but there's some really cool ones that kind of stuck out to me as potential winners. I'm not gonna say who they are, but yes, thank you so much everyone for submitting and joining and being involved. I really appreciate it, and it's like super fun to have this community thriving and especially like working together. That was incredible to see that the singer, I think her name was Selena, and one of the other producers worked together in the voice chat to make that together. That's really sick, and that's what I want for this community. So again, if you do want to join, I'm going to leave the link in the description for that, and then once you guys join, you can get involved in future challenges, future whatever, live streams, whatever we end up doing. Peace and love, and I will see you next time.